Rassie Rasmussen is known for his trick plays, his innovation. He's coming up with new ideas. Could we see him flip the script once again for the opening round of the Rugby Championship this year when the Springboks take on the Wallabies? We've seen the 6-2 split on the bench. We've seen a 7-1 split. Could we see an 8-0 split and cause absolute mayhem in World Rugby? If anyone can do something like that, it's this Springbok team, and it's Rassie who would definitely do it. Here's what I think the Springbok team will look like in the first game of the Rugby Championship this year versus the Wallabies. Before we get into it, as always, let me know in the comments, what changes would you make? Have I gone mental? Can you see Rassie doing this, an 8-0 split or a 7-1 split again? What do you think the best variation of the bench is for the Springboks? What changes would you make? Like I said, it's a discussion. I want to hear from you guys. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So the Rugby Championship is here, or it's just around the corner. Bokke, first 2 games versus the Wallabies. Wallabies off the back of, yes, a British and Irish Lions series that they've lost, but played really well in that last 2 games. Could have gone either way. That second test could have gone their way, and the last test blew the British and Irish Lions out of the park. Massive confidence booster for the Wallabies, but they now have to turn it on, travel to South Africa, and play against the world champs, the Bokke. And I have a feeling Springboks are not going to take this, especially this first game, lightly at all. They'll want to win the Rugby Championship again. But I do think I can see Rassie coming up with one of his other bits of innovation in his playbook, in the Rassie playbook. And I think it'll be on the bench. But let's just get straight into it. So my team, or my Springbok team, to take on the Wallabies in that first test of the Rugby Championship. Ox in chair, Malcolm Marx, Wilco Low up front, Eben Etzebeth and Ruan Nortje in the locks, back row of Siya Kolisi, Peter Steph-Totoy, Jean-Luc du Preez, Grant Williams, Manie Lebok, 9 and 10, Damien de Allende, Jesse Creel in the centre, and back 3 of Kurtley Orense, Cheslin Colby and Apelele Fassi. Now this is where it gets interesting. My bench: Bongion Benambi, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Vincent Koch, Louis de Jager, Franco Mostert, Kobus Wiese, Kwagga Smith, and Andre Esterhuizen. I'll chat on the bench quickly first. Right, so technically, it's a 7-1 split. Andre Esterhuizen is a centre. He's a centre. We have seen him play in the back row at flank for the Springboks, playing a couple of minutes there in this year's tests that have gone past. It's something that Rassie has made known to everyone, that they have been speaking to Andre Esterhuizen about it. He has been training there during training sessions, and he's been playing there during games as well. You talk about that hybrid player. Kwagga Smith is someone similar to that, who's at a very strong career, started off his international career with the Blitzbokke. He's got insane skill, very fast, very strong, can play in the back line and obviously in the forwards if need be. So you could look at it as a 6-2 split or a 7-1 split, or you could look at it as an 8-0 split, because it's all forwards with Andre Esterhuizen, who can play in the back line as well. I could see Bokke or Rassie doing this. You look at the Wallabies tests versus British and Irish Lions, the games that they lost, they got bullied up front physically or couldn't hold the physicality of the Lions for the full 80 minutes. In patches, they did well, but couldn't hold it for the full 80 minutes. Imagine coming to play versus the Bokke. You've got this forward pack that I've named. So Oxenchair, Malcolm Marx, Wilco Low, Eben Etzebeth, Ruan Nortje, Siya Kolisi, Peter Steph-Totoy, Jean-Luc du Preez to start. That's your 8 you've come up against. And then at the 45 or 50 minute mark, you've got Bongion Benambi, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Vincent Koch, Louis de Jager, Franco Mostert, Kobus Wiese, and Kwagga Smith come on, and then chuck Andre Esterhuizen on as well. Immense. Obviously, if shit hits the fan and there's injuries in the back line, that's where you'll have to make adjustments, and I'll get to that where I can see those things happening. So right, up front, Oxenchair, Malcolm Marx, Wilco Low. Man, this is your front row. This is your front row. We saw when Thomas Totoy struggled a bit, he got taken off in one of the Italian tests, and Oxenchair came on and just anchored that front row again. Yes, Tuomas was playing in a position he's not usually playing in. He can cover both tight head and loose head, but he was covering the one that he's probably weaker at. So when Oxenchair came on, really anchored that scrum. And these guys just give you, that's what they give you, a strong scrum. And that's what the Bokke anchor their whole game plan off, is strong set piece, but a strong scrum as well. And everyone knows that. And this is your front three that are going to give you that. Malcolm Marx giving you accuracy at line-out time, and then around the park as well. Strong ball carries. He's like another fetcher, really good over the ball, and can kind of ice or slow down opposition's ball massively. In locks, you've got Eben Etzebeth, Ruan Norkia. So Eben Etzebeth definitely giving you that enforcer. He's the man there. He's leading the charge with the physical stuff. Going to come up against Will Skelton. Can't wait for that matchup. And Will Skelton's definitely thrown his weight around in the British and Irish Lions series. Let's see if he can do it versus Eben Etzebeth, because Eben Etzebeth is the king of throwing your weight around. Ruan Norkia, I think, has been fantastic. Every opportunity he gets for the Bokke. Not the biggest lock, but gets through a ton of work, high work rate, and makes all the tackles, a lot of tackles. So that's a big check there for him. Back row, Sia Kolisi, Pieter-Steph du Toit, and Jean-Luc du Preez. So Sia Kolisi, captain fantastic, captain courageous, leading by example, does really well communication-wise with referees. It's kind of an overlooked art, something that John Smith did really well for the Bokke as well. And good captains all are very good at talking to referees. Richie McCaw was good at it. All the best captains, Martin Johnson, all the best were really good at it. And Sia Kolisi has got that down pat. Also brings you high work rate and strong ball carries. Pieter-Steph du Toit, do I even have to give reasons why I pick him? Work rate, and more. Just immense. Fantastic line-out option. Good carrying the ball, gets around the park, makes 1,000 tackles. Him and Ruan Norkia just go at it, toe-to-toe for tackles. Outstanding. Jean-Luc du Preez giving you more that physicality. Obviously, Jasper Wiese is still out, serving his red card suspension. So Jean-Luc du Preez, I think, is a perfect fit in there. Strong off the base of the scrum, and then strong carrying the ball. Like he said as well in one of his interviews, it's just basics. It's just getting over that advantage line and stopping people getting over that advantage line. That's it. And that's what he can do there. 9 and 10, Grant Williams, Manie Libbok. Grant Williams is Springboks 9. He is the Bokke 9. He's sniping around the ruck. He's so quick. He picks that ball up. He watches for that third or fourth defender to move up, and he'll take that half break there. Very, very quick like that. Obviously can cover wing as well in case of an injury there. But just the basics for a 9, he's got it down pat. His distribution off the base of the scrum or off the base of a ruck, beautiful. It's getting better and better, I think, as well. His box kicks are getting a lot better as well. And like I said, very, very quick. And it helps, man. It helps when you're in the cuck. Just run, boy, and he can run. He spots those little sniping breaks really well and then busts through there. Manie Libbok probably has the best mix at the moment to juggle the kicking game as well as the attacking game. So kicking, while I've been very critical of his kicking off the tee, he's worked really hard at it and he's been kicking really well the opportunities he's got of late. So hopefully he can just build off that and it'll bring his confidence out. We know what he can do with ball in hand. Beautiful pass of the ball. His vision, really, really good. Knows when to take a break, knows when to put someone else into a break. Cross kicks, obviously fantastic. So he's got that good mix of knowing when to kick, knowing when to pass, but also then knowing when to attack the line or when to put someone else into space. So I like that mixture, and him and Grant Williams can grow a nice partnership there. So I've gone with them there. And then centers, Damien Dallander, Jesse Creel, safe, man, safe. And not just safe as in, oh, it's safe, we don't want to try anything. Like, these guys are still giving you advantage line, getting over the ad line, good distribution from Damien Dallender. Jesse Creel, one of the best defenders in World Rugby, and you know that 13 is one of your hardest positions to defend in, and you also, 13 is your general on defense. He can see what's happening. He can see outside, inside. He knows where it's going. He needs to be a good communicator on defense, and we know that Jesse Creel does that really well. And you know what you're getting there, and they're just going to keep building on that. Like I said, I think this first test against the Wallabies will be the Bokkers' strongest team, and in that second test, they might change it up a bit. On the wings, or on the back three, we've got Kirtley Arendse, Cheslin Colby, Apalele Fassi. The best back three combo, all three, so combo, in World Rugby at the moment. Hands down. Cheslin Colby, Kirtley Arendse, finishing ability of these guys through the roof. I don't need to explain myself. Edward van der Merwe is knocking on that door massively, but these guys have still got those starting positions. Apalele Fassi, the bomb diffuser, one of the best in the air, attacks those balls with so much confidence, doesn't doubt himself for a second, and always comes up trumps. Really, really good in the air there. All right, so because I've gone for that 7-1 technical 8-0 split on the bench, here's some of my changes in around. So if Grant Williams gets injured, right, Cheslin Colby can go to 9, Andre Esterhuizen can come into centre, and Jesse Creel out onto the wing. Okay? If Flyoff gets injured, I rate Cheslin Colby has played Flyoff for Toulouse or Toulon, one of the teams he was at in France. He has played Flyoff for them. He can do a job there. So Colby can go into 10, and again, Andre Esterhuizen can come on into the centres, push Jesse Creel out to the wing, or Kwagga Smith can come straight onto the wing, whatever it is. A fullback gets injured, Colby or Arendse goes to fullback. Kurt Arendse has played all his Japan 1 league this season at fullback, put him at fullback and bring someone else onto the wing. If 2 backline players get injured, you've got Andre Esterhuizen, you've got Kwagga Smith that can do a job. I would even love to see Kwagga Smith play at centre. Get him at 12, running some short balls. Laterally, he's quick enough to defend. Yes, it's a different ball game at international level, but he's an animal. He's an animal. I wouldn't put any position on the field past Kwagga Smith. He's fantastic. He's the Mr. Fixer on the bench there. I can see something like this happening, and I hope it does. I hope it will cause so much just roering the pot in World Rugby if they did something like this. Love it. Absolutely love it. And that's it. That's my Bok team to play the Wallabies for the first game. What do you guys think of it? What changes would you make? Would you see something like this? Do you like this team? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.